welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2, or as one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed. And I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom. But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's debonair dungeon master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities and sanity.
And you love it. But we're here today joining forces for a very different reason. Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed, and like a whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations. It's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news that will be beamed directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes.
Чё у неё со штанами?
Don't make it sound so scary. This is gonna be fun. Just keep in mind that if you want to wishlist any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show's Steam page.
Indeed. Once the show's over, there'll be plenty of follow-up coverage on GamesRadar.com and the Future Game Show YouTube.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off with our very first World Premiere.
О, World Premiere, ребят, поехали. Ну что, ни разу еще этой игры мы не видели с вами, и сейчас наконец-то увидим. Бригад Гейминг.
И я расскажу о самом ценном для любого солдата или ученика качестве. О терпении.
Taki, we're gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive.
We've got big enough guns to make justice, all right?
Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show. Time to say oh yeah with our hammer.
Missile range in 1 minute.
Brace yourselves. We're going for a spin.
Это по сериалу «Экспансия» All Head делает. Я слышал про это. Были слухи, были слухи. А если All Head, то это шаговочка. Наши ребята.
They never look up. Zafar, you were right.
Они просто издатели здесь?
The bird up high shall be thine eyes.
Больше 25 лет, и у вас есть компьютер. Это игра для вас.
Hey, buddy.
Да. Экспансия Series Reborn. Ну покажите уже актуальный геймплей пошаговых боев. Нет? Да. Ну вот, наконец-то. Нет. Или да? Походу нет. Ну как будто бы нет. Ничего не показали по факту. Ну ладно. All Cat Games.
What a way to start the show! The Expanse Osiris Reborn is an action RPG crafted in Unreal Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved TV series. Make sure it's on your wish lists.
Okay. Pretty awesome. And we're treating you to another world premiere right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy.
Ребятам, ну чё, а что поделать? Ну погнали.
I used to swear by my father's oath To protect the wards is to protect our people. And if it claims our lives, what's one life lost for the sake of the many?
And now, what do you swear by today?
The only one that matters is my brother.
Блин, уже были такие игры, где ходит баба сильная и колдует. И они никому не нужны были и не продались. Но походу еще парочку таких нужно сделать, чтобы люди поняли.
Pestilence must be purged.
Your father was right about one thing. The wards are breaking. And should we fail, it may spell another end.
Эхо конца. Эхо конца этой игровой студии.
We're thrilled to reveal Echoes of the End, a narrative-driven fantasy adventure coming later this year.
But the fun doesn't stop there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
Так. FPS не густо, ничего страшного. Глаз только 24 воспринимает, как мы знаем. Идем. Страшилка.
Хочется, чтобы уже скорее это говно закончилось и поиграть в так называемого мегамена.
Проснулся, короче, ты в лесу, вообще без памяти. Без карты. Просто с фонариком. Чтобы осветить себе путь. С ощущением, что кто-то смотрит постоянно. Шепот. Это все вокруг, блять. Попытайся вспомнить. И найти свой путь домой. Шепот в тумане. Да я лучше бы в ежика в тумане бы поиграл. Ну, конечно, на Unreal.
An isolated cabin in the woods. What could possibly go wrong? That was your first look at Whispers in the Fog.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next up, we've got a trailer for an open-world action RPG based on the beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's check it out.
Так мы же видели вчера. Ну ладно, еще посмотрим. Блин, давайте я пока попробую на ютубе запустить. Что-то здесь прям качество меня не радует. Но на ютубе, короче, знаете что? Там трансляция на минуту позади. Ну и что? А если покажут что-то невероятное, я не хочу на минуту позже об этом узнать. Вдруг сейчас покажут Half-Life 3, а я узнаю об этом на минуту позже. Это же позор на всю жизнь.
The Seven Deadly Sins Origin.
Нереально, писали они просто какие-то пятки. Я не могу, чуваки.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in season 7 of free-to-play destructo shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look.
Давайте затерпим еще раз. Ну невозможно смотреть реально, давай 4К поставим. А, погоди. Вообще ничего не меняется, такое же качество. Чуваки, я поменял качество, то же самое все. Такая же муть. Лучше, вы уверены? Ну сейчас я на лицах этих ведущих смотрю и пойму. Half-Life 3. Блин, вы не могли бы не спойлерить, пожалуйста? Вообще ничего не изменилось. А зачем туда качество?
An isolated cabin in the woods.
Чуваки, все то же самое. Ну нет, чуть-чуть получше.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next up, we've got a trailer for an open-world action RPG based on the beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's check it out.
Оставляем деда. Не, качество здесь получше, ребят. Ну, лучше. Заметно лучше. Я чуть-чуть знаю про лор этой игры. Я знаю, что за главного героя очень любит какая-то гигантиха, огромная баба. И она, типа, постоянно, она его любит и постоянно защищает. А из-за того, что она огромная, жопа у нее тоже огромная, и ляжки огромные.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in season 7 of free-to-play destructo shooter, The Finals.
Я, кстати, в шоке, что Finals до 7-го сезона дожили. Если честно, это сильно.
Pressure's peaking. Every second counts, and these plays are next level. This is what the finals is all about. Split-second decisions.
Слушайте, есть подозрение, что он переигрывает. Думал, что его будут оффать на время трейда. Забыли оффнуть. Он сам такой.
Season 7 of the finals launches on June 12th. And whether you're a seasoned veteran
может, если я
or
вырубаю субтитры, то и дед вырубится?
If you're tuning in on the FGS Twitch channel, you can earn a Twitch drop of this Kablamo grenade skin.
Yes, anybody who watches this very show for 15 consecutive minutes on the FGS Twitch channel will earn the skin. So, if you've been with us from the very start, or you're just joining us, wherever you've been, then just stick around.
And not that you need any more reasons, but it's time to move on and talk about hurdling, a shepherd simulator with a whole lot of soul. Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
Бля, то есть это... Так, что это? Идут. Дед's Good Game. Дед's Good Game. От него, кстати, ждать подвоха стоит. Ну, ребят, 15 минут уже прошло. Но опять же, в такие игры надо играть под зазы только, ребят. По-другому никак. Окей. Так, смотрим дальше.
Hurdling launches later this year, but you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now on Steam.
Рубай без деда.
What's next, Laura?
Вам не нравится дед?
Sleep Awake, which is anything but cute. It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm between slumber and death. This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of
Он так
Nine Inch Nails.
старается.
Oh, let's take a closer look then.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
Вырубишь деда, я тебя вырублю. Пипец, угрозы пошли уже. Да у деда больше фанатов, чем у меня, походу.
Come along. This way.
You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you?
Блять! А вдруг дед на языке жестов запретки хуярит?
Будет неприятно.
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost. Give me your idea.
Я ни черта не понял, ребят, что это будет за проект.
Sleep Awake is coming soon, so drop it on your wish lists.
We've got a developer presentation for Ericsson, The Stolen Dream, up next. It's a cinematic isometric stealth game set in the year 1900.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so. No.
I must find her
He's a wacko.
before he does.
Eric's Home is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in this setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world, because it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me a rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful. Then he said, okay, so Tio, what I want from you is I want you to make this look even better.
We play tested the game a lot, and
Объясни,
what
зачем
people
там дед, если
usually
есть субтитры
say is
текстом. Да
that
откуда я
it
знаю? Не все знают
feels like I'm
английский.
playing a movie, but in a
А
great
этот
way.
язык знают все,
Rivering Games
кто,
was
кому он нужен.
based on the idea that if you have the right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
How is this
Он не
made by 16
универсальный?
people? Like, why is
Серьезно?
this quality so high?
A little now and
То
then I
есть,
sit down in the couch
серьезно?
and I
Я
just
этого не
enjoy a
знал.
fresh build. The story just gets to perform. You're just drawn right in. It's a magical feeling.
Нет.
I'm really
А зачем
excited
так?
for players to just discover this world. Eric's Home
Он на
is
английском
coming
языке
to
машет
Xbox,
руками
PlayStation,
сейчас.
Steam, and Epic Game Store, and we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal the release date. I hope you enjoy.
Вот это откровение, ребят. Эриксхолм The Stolen Dream выходит уже 15 июля, ребят. Ждать долго не придется.
Thank you so much to our friends at River End Games for that window into the world of Eric's-Home. It's coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 on July 15th.
So go wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
Ой, а что с FPS-ами? Что происходит, блин? Я ни черта не понял. Эксплоратор. Ранний доступ сейчас прям доступен на ПК. Прямо сейчас. Сейчас попробую найти.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush to escape a decaying world.
Действительно есть, $8 стоит. О, Silksong. Ну наконец-то, блин, ребят. Вы рады? Сколько зрилов смотрит эту трансу с мужиком? 286. Пиздец. Даже теперь не хочется уходить.
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
Those of you who have tuned in before will know that during the Epic Future Game Show, we create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the summer showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help of Grimlore Games.
Titan Quest 2. Когда?
Tell us the whole story. Tell us about hope.
Titan Quest 2 is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set
Капец, на актер мимики показывает. А мимика вроде тоже важна, да, в этом языке?
What you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest 1.
Поэтому он обязан так
Greek
делать,
mythology
по факту.
also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this, and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands, why not use it? In Titan Quest 2 you'll be playing as a
мужик отвлекает. Я согласен, кстати говоря, что мужик, ну, типа, пока это лучше, что есть на выставки, и даже грустно от этого как-то немного, потому что, ну мы вроде игры пошли посмотреть, а мужик тут разъебывает жестко своей харизмой. Ладно, пойдем на другую трансляцию, реально грустно становится. Пан 16.
But we've got our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge two masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the two masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible. From there, you can take your character in multiple directions. We mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually. But the core fantasies of just a tanky warrior, of course you're gonna have that. You can take your character in many directions, and choice is at the core of our game. Your abilities will be modifiable, so each of them has like these several modifier.
Я не понимаю, где мышка? Они не захватывают специально? Типа, я посмотрел на скиллы, забиндены QV, ER и 1, 2, 3, 4. То есть это не в ASD раскладка.
Microtransactions in this game because we don't believe in that form of monetization in general. We will be doing traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLC packs, which will include additional chapters, so more content in general, bosses, creatures, areas, and masteries, of course. So Titan Quest 2 will be coming to Steam Early Access very soon. You can wishlist it now already. And we're looking for a summer timeline for this. And then later, the other platforms.
Там будет ВСД, можно в бету поиграть. Окей. Ну, Titan Quest хорошая такая. Ну, типа, можно и поиграть, можно скипнуть. Я помню, как я играл.
Titan Quest 2 is coming soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. Wait, legendary actor Yui Lowenthal?
The Spider-Man to my MJ? What are you doing here?
Hey guys. Hey man. I was just, wandering the sound stages, taking in the sights and smells, and then I heard you guys making noise about video games out here, and I thought I'd join in.
Okay, well, I mean, since you're already here, why don't you take the next trailer? Well, right?
I mean, if that's okay with you guys, I don't
No, it's great. Work your magic. We'll just be over here.
All right. Got you. Well, get ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
Бля, чё, эти пазл из 2020 года, let's go, baby.
I have seen things that should be forgotten. I've tried to escape my past. I've had enough of death and madness. But the world is changing.
Бля, он
Some
реально...
now search for answers in the far reaches.
Он реально как будто не самый лучший владелец этого языка. Он иногда зависает и просто на эмоциях показывает, типа, бля.
For there lies upon this world of man a mocking and incredible shadow out of time.
Словечки геймерские сложные, ну да.
Call of the Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles. So get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye.
I gotta wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man. Bye. See you, bye. Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
О, back-to-back трейлеры, let's go.
How hard could it be? Hard.
We found paradise.
We got company. Who won? Let's all ask.
It's like capture the flag on crack.
Welcome to Veil of the Witch, a turn-based tactical RPG with a roguelite twist. You play as Ash, a shipwrecked castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
Let's see if I remember how to use it.
5 years after a bloody civil war, you wake up trapped on a mysterious island filled with monsters, cultists, and a whole lot of zombies.
Suffice to say, this whole island is madhouse.
Бля, ну это, вот это позорно показывает, на мой взгляд. На выставке, по крайней мере.
Combat in Veil of the Witch is built for hardcore tactics fans, with an emphasis on speed and brutality. That means a small party, tight battle maps, and enemies that can drop you in just a few hits. To stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit, whether that's frontliner Marco, glass cannon caster Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle. Surrounding this rock-solid core is a branching roguelike structure focused on skill in the face of unpredictable challenges. Face off against cool bosses.
Burn! Beacon of the dead!
Get your shit wrecked. Then head back to town, where you can unlock upgrades, chat with allies, craft equipment, and more. And if you're real nasty, take on Trials mode for bigger challenges and better rewards. Fight, die, rise again, stronger, then come back and conquer.
Блин, я сейчас только что заметил в интерфейсе все самые раковые механики всяких гач и мобильных игр.
And coming soon to Xbox, PS5 and Nintendo Switch.
Да, да, кайф. Это Switch выставка? Слушать о том, как Агушу люблю покушать. Попуком. Спасибо. Потрясающее название. Ебать, 0 FPS. Ну зачем? Ну почему? Вы не проверяете, что ли? Ну это вообще позор. Деда, верните деда, я не понимаю, что говорят.
We can't let the fire escalate like that.
I need help! Mayday! Mayday!
Firefighting simulator. Ignite. United against fire. Coming fall 2025. Wishlist now on PC and consoles.
Are we all clear? No Nolan Norths or Ashley Johnsons waiting in the wings?
No, I think we're good. Okay. Now remember, folks, you can find all those games as well as every game we feature today on the Future Game Show Steam page.
Yes, and you'll want to prime your wish lists in advance for this next reveal. It's a game where you play as a bureaucratic inspector in a fantasy world.
What's like you make sure the evil layer is up to code before the party heads inside?
Yes, that's literally the whole deal.
Okay, I legitimately need this game.
I know.
Heroes. The world is full of them. Sons and daughters of farmers with too much bravery and not enough wisdom.
Хоть одну игру добавили в виш-лист? Хоть один человек?
What is a hero without
Я не уверен.
princess to save? Without dragons to slay? Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be on the hero's arrival.
Но он и без виш-листа будет мною поигран.
According to our reports, is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hell Gates and You, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
Ничего, ребят, завтра покажут свитки шестые. Прям гарантированно на конференции Xbox. Осталось немного потерпеть. А чё вы робите?
Here with their cushy job and their clipboard that decides if we have to do more work.
A dragon attack? That is not in the budget.
But what is a story without a good hero at its helm? With one unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil.
Блин, чуваки, а одновременно седые и лысые бывают, да, тоже? Или он просто... Или он просто по кайфу так постригся?
Oh, that's one for the critters. The Bureau of Fantastical and
Arcane
Affairs
is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
Как это связано? Не знаю, типа 2 дебафа на одну голову как-то много. Я не знал, стакаются они или нет просто. Чего вы приебались? Я чё, врач, что ли? What the fuck? Waifu Tactical Force. Шутер, билдер, лайфсим. Приятной игры, ребят. Можно сейчас поиграть в pre-альфа.
Waifu Tactical Force is a 3v3 anime shooter coming soon to PC, but you can jump into the open playtest on Steam after the show.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the ancient art of paper folding. Let's take a look at Hirogami.
Пиздец, чуваки.
Бля, это самая смешная пародия на современные игровые игры.
Согласен с тобой. чуваки. Что-то меня порвало с пердежа. Жестко.
Hirogami is coming to PC and PS5 on September 3rd. Fold it into your wish lists on Steam and the Epic Games Store. And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP Games' Spacebound Survival MMO.
Eve Frontier is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game. And often the best way to make a game is to start and modify an existing game. We have now created an MMO server-side modding platform, and we offer an invitation to you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things. And this is a great way to start your game development adventure by sort of playing around in the amazing survival space horror sandbox we have created.
Прикольная тема.
When we made Eve Online, we very much wanted to make a sandbox experience where most of the things and the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by players. But we did build quite a bit of it ourselves. Seeing what emerged from Eve, especially when it comes to the third-party development ecosystem, we could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So
немало
as we go
лет.
through this process
И,
of
ну, и они
stripping
уже
down
устали
to a
ее
survival
делать,
game,
поэтому они
we are, on the
говорят,
other hand,
ну,
building
типа,
up
делайте
an
за нас,
amazing
вот вам
modding
модификационные
platform.
инструменты и так далее. Ну, много лет уже, да. Ну, не, может, 20, может, не 20, я не уверен. Это другая игра. Это для другой игры. Не для Eve Online. Для Eve Frontier.
Has never been seen before. But this is very much inspired by the third-party ecosystems that is developed around Eve Online. We are basically supercharging that with the smart assemblies and the modding platform were built into Frontier. And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events, and what we've just seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in spades.
Join Frontier Access. Хорошо.
Founder access for Eve Frontier is available now, and you can head to
Founder Access. Это еще, за это еще и платить надо, что я буду за вас игру делать.
We have a brand new
Блять,
trailer
кайф.
for
Я
Formula
вот хотел,
Legends, an
кстати
arcade
говоря.
racing game that covers the history of motorsport.
А я вот, кстати, как раз хотел. Маффинки, и при этом это... О, погоди, тихо. Это не от Codemasters, которая сдулась жестко. Старые тачки. Что это за пипега? Формула Legends. Настоящие трассы. Обалдеть. Не настоящие. Как там были настоящие трассы или нет? Выбери свои шины. Типа настоящие. Ну понятно, короче. Формула Play Demo Today. Ебать, я пошел.
Formula Legends is racing towards release on PC
Я
and consoles,
пошел.
but you can play the demo
Запускаем
now on
эту
Steam
игрульку
and also wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. But for
после
now,
шоу.
let's keep it rolling with our ones to play section, which is a future game show staple. It's a montage of exciting games that you can play on Steam right after the show.
So, if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
First up is Catastrophe. This is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel enemies with your trusty sidekick, the Star Cursor. Players can mod Polo's abilities to settle on a unique playstyle and pick their route through a series of interstellar environments.
Next up, we've got Phase Zero, a survival horror throwback with fixed cameras and immersive pre-rendered environments. A menacing illness is descending on the town of Flint. Can you solve puzzles and tango with monsters to make it out alive?
Or what about Bloodgrounds? It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You'll recruit, train, and command a crew of warriors in strategic turn-based battles, then develop a coastal city in the interim. Carve your name into the annals of history and spill buckets of blood in the process.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape, Lost
Мужик все названия с
With
игр
one player on
закрыл
PC
собой.
or console and the other using a mobile companion app, you'll communicate and collaborate to complete puzzles and stop the outbreak of war. No pressure. That was our one.
Our nature to conquer what others fear. Death and dishonor. Fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back and the legend we become.
Что говоришь? А, я с вами разговаривал не в микрофон, говорю, Half-Life показали, пока меня не было.
We arrive, but never at our final destination.
Что-то прикольное, красивое про корабли, ребят. Naval Simulator. Хорошей игрушки про корабли на самом деле не хватает. Вот реально не хватает.
And life is the voyage.
Ахуй, бля.
Join the crew today on Kickstarter.
Kickstarter, no. Игрушка просто ахуй. Ну, ребят, окей, посмотрим.
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
The Spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our disembodied voices.
What Matt means to say with that Gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant. Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year. You can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class courses and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Ascend to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the meantime, you can check out the free demo on Steam and drop it onto your wish lists.
Or how about Animal Kind? This is a cozy cooperative town building game where you play as a crew of adorable critters in mech suits. Players will use their industrial-grade opposable thumbs to scavenge the landscape for materials and establish a community of cute creatures. Animal Kind is coming soon to PC. But if you head to the Steam page, you can sign up for the alpha playtest, which is arriving in July.
Next up is Don't Wake the Beast. but the developers have sent over an intricate overview, so I'll sit this one out.
Hi, my name is Timek. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast. Don't Wake the Beast is a stealth roguelike in which your goal is to steal as many treasures as possible and run away from the beast. The tricky part is that each treasure has its weight, and the more you pick up, the more noise you generate. But when you fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
We're rounding things out with Worship, a cultist simulator where you try your best to bring about the end of the world. Inspired by Pikmin, this cute and creepy multiplayer roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
That was our Spotlight montage. We hope you enjoyed the Summer Showcase selection. Laura?
Oh, it's time for an update on Scum, the survival shooter with poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in like they're bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel
еще
movements to
вчера
survive.
показывали, вы троллите.
Might actually learn something.
Я понял, что эта херня вышла. С первого раза. Блин, вот бы деда сейчас под эту музыку. Ебать, деда покажите. Numbers ran up, had to deal with the chops. Realest in the city, in my record, I fact. But your man's only chop when you do it in the raps like Squad go lost and don't really care what it cost them. You don't wanna cost them. My lifestyle awesome, couldn't decide if my guy wanted to, so I butt them. Don't run trap, but I run up the check. Run, do it real big, gotta one up the next. Point to the sky with the one up, I'm blessed. I'm young, rich and black, so you know I'm the dick. Классика. Игра дерьмо, не покупайте, 260 часов. А, 2000 часов.
If those inspired reviews have grabbed your attention, then we're here to help.
Yep, you can head to the link on screen right now for a chance to win one of 100 keys for Scum 1.0.
And if you're not one of the lucky winners, then you'll just have to jump in with the rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Now, our next game is a squad-based survival shooter where you dodge deadly dinosaurs. Here's the latest trailer for Death Ground.
Deadly dinos are on the loose in Death Ground. Whether you dare to enter solo or in a squad of up to 4 players, you must do everything you can to survive these dinosaur-infested abandoned facilities. Could you survive?
Hi, we're Jaw Drop Games, the indie dev team behind Death Ground.
Слушайте, я бы «Черную вдову» бы лучше еще раз посмотрел. Не такая-то и плохая была «Черная вдова», я что-то зря, ну, типа, нагнал на нее, ну, это, не знаю, бред полный.
I'm about 5'3", so that's a pretty menacing height comparison for me.
We've spent most of our development time taming them, and it's been a huge challenge because...
How do you get something that size with that tail to behave all in multiplayer?
Exactly. Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with. The #1 culprit for causing chaos is the Compsognathus, aka the Compy.
Завтра и Xbox шоу, и ПК-гейминг шоу, да? Да, тут 2 шоу. Или одно. Да? Ой, завтра в 2 раза больше крутых трейлеров.
There are multiple maps and missions that will be playable at launch. Mission Command, the single-player tutorial and introduction level.
Geothermal, where you'll need to repair everything so you can restart the power plant.
Agricultural, which has become a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And biomedical, which is my personal favourite, where you'll have to sneak in and steal raptor eggs. You know, for science.
Each mission is replayable and is an important piece of the puzzle.
Завтра Марвел Шанчи. Шамту. Ну, короче, я не помню, как называется точно. А послезавтра Вечные. Денечки, конечно, что надо.
Death Ground is launching into Steam Early Access later this year. Keep an eye out for Roar news on that front.
I am refusing to acknowledge that pun. So let's move on with our second Ones to Watch deep dive, shall we? Here's Rogue Factor to tell us more about the studio's new weird action-adventure game, Hell is Us.
Hell is Us — это та игрушка, которая уже вышла? Нет.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Delahead, and I am the Executive Creative Director and Executive Art Director on Hell is Us here at
демка
Rogue
вышла.
Factor.
Это там,
So the
где
game
нет
that we've been
квестовых
developing
маркеров?
for pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell is Us. So the game is
Или
definitely
да.
like an action-adventure game.
It is set in the world of Adia.
Это она, да, где нет квестовых маркеров, и нужно слушать историю, расследование проводить. Но я бы, может, даже попробовал бы поиграть. Прикольно звучит. Так, ну типа, звучит, бля, прикольно. А по делу хз.
This thing that games do now, contemporary games, where the adventuring is just, if you think about it, the exploration and the discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker, and until the last marker is over your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery are given to you in a silver platter. So we look at it kind of like the inverse in our game because we got rid of all these things.
I remember chatting with John about the old Zelda games, how it was straightforward and like you had just enough to know where to go, but not too much.
It's basically how life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing and what people tell us, right?
Once in the woods, follow the wind chimes. They will lead the way through.
You talk to NPCs and they're literally going to tell you a clue, right? So Rebecca and Jova, when she kind of hints you where the Owen convoy, the direction that it took, she says, I don't know where they went exactly, but I know they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments. And she says, you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that if I go, and then you go there and you see the road that turns, and it's maybe the convoy did come here. I think that's kind of very unique, and it works really, really well. Like any game, especially a game of almost 40 hours, sometimes it works better than others. No game is absolutely perfect, but it's very much it's the joy of exploration, the joy of discovery. Yeah.
The Abbey is
Чего? Как я с такого расстояния чат читаю? Ну, просто я молод, и у меня зрение еще не село.
Physical manifestations of human emotions, of human negative emotions. What does an emotion look like? Who knows? So we had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally
44 года. Мне 36, ребят.
Terror and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit. So it's just a husk. That's why we call it the Hollow Walker. And it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being who's felt this very strong negative emotion. And then they look like that because we tried a lot of things and they ended up looking like this, you know. So you'll be able to play Hell is Us on September 4th, 2025 on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and obviously PC.
Okay.
Wishlist it now because Hell is Us is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th.
All right, I think we're due another world premiere, don't you? Oh. This one's an action-adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars some very familiar faces.
Wait, is it us?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
Hey Laura, hey Matt. I'm super excited to be back on the Future Game Show where I belong, and you are doing a fantastic job. Like I said to the producers when I was hosting, if you stroke me down, this is my video. So yeah, New Tales reached out and I am officially in their game. Actually, seeing you just reminded me, they're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine, you're doing great for time. Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Sam.
Блять, это пиздец какой-то.
If we're both in, I'm pretty sure Matt and Laura will be on board too.
Yeah, sure, I'll be in a game with you. But only if you're coming to the D&D group next week, because our party could really use a barbarian.
All right, I guess we're all doing this. That was easy. So let's check out exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
Старались.
Честно говоря, потраченного времени жаль.
Да.
Очко видно. Ну, было видно и видно.
Я тебя повсюду ищу. Тебе просили кое-что передать. Лично в руки.
Какое же говно. Спасибо за 300. Сейчас прочту, встану только, я не вижу отсюда.
That's right, we're joining Samantha Bayard, yes, Karlak herself, and the awesome Jasmine Bular in Fading Echo, coming to PCs and consoles next year.
And you can wishlist it today on Steam or the Epic Game Store. Go, 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 go!
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
We have been blessed to live in times of peace, but our city is not without its enemies. The demons above, and the beasts below.
All right, up. Let's do this.
You're going to be bishops too?
Through Shale, all things are possible.
It's time the three of you learn the true purpose of the bishops. Listen up.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church, and still, 1 out of every 3 bishops doesn't make it past the first year.
Does it get easier after that?
We gave you those robes for a reason.
Damn, I love the church.
Я как будто ролю на ТПГ игры, блядь, чуваки. Типа колесо вот рандомное кручу, выпадает за лупы, и мне в нее играть. Сколько еще это будет? Ебать, 4 часа. Мать твою.
Я устала, блядь, от этой хуйни уже. Нет у меня яиц, я девочка, я хочу сидеть, нихуя не делать, блядь. Просто надо жизнь разрушить.
вообще-то мальчики тоже хотят сидеть, нихуя не делать. И радоваться жизни. Так, если подумать. Блять, чуваки, я, короче, пойду в туалет, высру всю свою злость, чтобы этой хуйни больше не было. Как я приду, начнутся нормальные игры.
We're back, and you can wishlist all of those games by heading to
the Future Game Show Steam page?
The Future Game Show's Steam page.
With that out of the way, it's time for a spine-tingling closer look at the next game from the minds behind Until Dawn.
Directive 8020 is about a deep space mission to save humanity and the shape-shifting alien who gets in the way. Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find out more.
We are going to do this. Just lower the gun.
Not until you move from the scanner. Those things can change shape.
Don't you ever point that thing at me again.
We need urgent assistance. Please, help us.
But what if that went differently? Hey, I'm Will Doyle, Creative Director on Directive 8020, and I'm here to share with you a new feature that we've added for the first time in a Dark Pictures game. Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices. As with all our games, Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken in the game and see alternate paths that link to each of the major decisions that you've made. With Turning Points, you can rewind to a pivotal point or decision, collect missing collectibles, or see how different choices would have played out. By the same token, your actions matter in our games. If you want to live by your decisions, there's also a survivor mode setting that prevents you from rewinding, but still lets you view the decision tree. Turning Points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start your very first mission.
Directive 8020 introduces the ability to rewind and change your choices to see the consequences in each branching path.
It's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2025, and if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Our next game is just as scary, but for entirely different reasons. Cairn is a death-defying climbing simulator with a meticulous control scheme. Here's the game bakers to tell you more.
Cairn is what we call a survival climber. Your goal is to climb a mountain and reach a summit no one has ever conquered. You can climb almost anywhere, and the climbing mechanics are highly realistic. You'll need to carefully manage your balance and stamina. Make a mistake, and you'll fall and get hurt. For the first time, we are also showing what it's like to climb at high altitudes. When you get up there, you'll face ice walls that require you to use ice axes and spikes. But don't think you can just jam your tools into the ice. Ice climbing is precise. You'll need to aim for cracks and edges to get a solid grip. Cairn's realistic climbing system also supports mixed climbing. That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other using an ice tool. It's up to you to read the rock face and choose the most strategic route to the top. Cairn is coming up on PlayStation 5 and Steam later this year. You can already give it a try in the demo available on PC and PS5.
Cairn is coming to PlayStation and PC later this year, and you can also check out a free demo on both platforms after the show. What's next, Matt?
We're mixing things up with a double bill of trailers. Here are two great games from our friends at Quali. Hark the Ghoul and Ground Zero are both coming soon to PC. What's up next, Laura?
We're taking a look at a game called Hella. It's a cooperative folklore adventure where you and your friends band together as brave little mice.
Ну чё? Half-Life был? Да? Круто.
Мел, кажется, ты не досрал, не смыл, и остатки говна все-таки показали на стриме. Баля, ара, я того все ебал.
Ну извините. Можешь этого лысого синоби вырубить, он уже полчаса пытается Рейсинган скастовать. Спасибо за 300.
Hella is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so give it a wish list on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Moving swiftly on, it's time for a look at Ludo. This is a psychological thriller where the protagonist is trapped inside their own home, and we're about to find out when you can play it.
выставки игр 1995 года.
Ну, заметь, ты только сейчас догадался, а уже час 17 минут идет. Сейчас я посмотрю клип, ребят. Давайте выставку сначала.
What happens when everything starts to feel wrong? To seem fake. Like a trick.
Люто.
How much longer are you going to pretend to ignore it? Don't do it. Don't let him get you again.
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
Hello everyone, I'm excited to be a part of Future Game Show 2025. There are so many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to play them these days. As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of the work of N-Twins. Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking title from the team.
Ой, ну
If
и
you are
дерьмо,
at Summer
конечно,
Game
сегодня
Fest,
был на стриме.
I shall see you on the show floor
Полный кал.
at the N-Dreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
I'm ready for whatever. You won't find nobody better. I will bring a storm to you weather. You ready or not? Coming in hot. I am a legend in the making. You're looking into the eyes of greatness. Gotta push through, the world's waiting.
Reach is an ambitious virtual reality action adventure coming to PSVR, Steam, and MetaQuest in 2025.
Okay, Matt, it's time to check in with everybody's favorite depressed and recently divorced duck.
Oh, yes. It could only be
9 минут осталось.
He may have cracked the mystery of the secret salami, but when you're that good at your job, there's always a new case to solve.
I'm used to the cold embrace of loneliness, and this vacation will be the end of me.
Hi, I'm Annika.
And I'm Johnny. We're Happy Broccoli Games based in Berlin, Germany.
Our newest game is Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, where you are the one and only duck detective.
Там 2
a
гига.
depressed and
Скачаю
recently
после
divorced
преза.
duck who must quack the case.
Inspect evidence, make deductions, and solve this no-murder mystery.
To the annoyance of the duck detective, he is joined by a new partner in solving crime, Freddy the Crocodile. Work together to unravel the truth and nibble on the crumbs of justice. Right now, we're working on a simplified Chinese language update that is coming out later this year.
We're very excited for you to play. The game is out on Steam, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One and Series XS, and PlayStation 5. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Are those bread slices?
Формулу можешь не чекать, там нихуя нет, одна гонка с ботами и все. Ну, тогда...
Duck Detective, the ghost of glamping, has already waddled its way onto PC
Серьезно? Там нихуя
consoles.
нет?
So go check it out if you haven't already.
Обидно.
Okay, we've had plenty of exciting premises so far, but how about a rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind Patapon? Get on your dancing shoes, folks, because Ratatan is up next.
Он еще корчит лица нам.
Агуши, бля, ебаные, сука, ебаные агуши, чтобы, блядь, повзрослели когда-нибудь, вам 40 лет, а вы заказываете такую хуйню, играете в нее еще. Ебаные агуши, пошли вы...
Ratatan is coming to Steam Early Access on July 25th, but there's a free demo available on Steam if you want to give it a try.
And we're following that bombshell with a new trailer for Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile, an interactive 70s twist on the beloved detective mystery.
It's Poirot, don't you know?
Oh.
It can't be. It's Hercule Poirot. Monsieur Poirot, I guess you know why I asked you to come.
What do you suggest I do? And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meeting?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to disrupt what promised to be a beautiful day, but I have some terrible news. But we must stay calm if we want to find the culprit. I have a small idea of the situation.
I'm May Leach. My, you got here quickly. I've just finished my latest case. Okay, let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me. It is a big case, Miss Royce. A dangerous one. What do we have here?
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you. Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
Tomorrow, the day at least is here. Every question must have its answer.
Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile is coming to PC and consoles in September of 2025, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Okay, I don't want to build up this next trailer too much, but let's just say you're gonna flip.
Oh, the buttons. Zoinks, Laura! House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles this Scootober.
Now we're starting to close in on the end of the show, but not before we show you our final ones to watch deep dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited the Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia, the Old Country. Here's all the gory details.
Это все.
Mafia, the Old Country is both a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for what might be to come in the future, going back to 1900 Sicily, so the birth of not just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself, back to where organised crime first really came from.
In Mafia, the Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster trying to make his way in the Sicilian Mafia.
As a child, he's worked in the sulfur mines, sold there by his parents, a really horrible upbringing for a kid, which unfortunately happened back in those days. So he doesn't know family, he doesn't really know love. He escapes, he falls in with the Teresi crime family, and then this game really, this story shows his rise through the ranks as he goes from being this impoverished young man to a made man.
The Old Country, we moved to Unreal Engine 5, which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the landscapes, with the cinematics. Every single aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia has always been about pushing the technology of its day to do the best in cinematic storytelling and exciting narrative gameplay. It really makes what's already an emotional story even more emotional and meaningful.
We've been able to capture incredible nuances in the mocap, in the acting, in all of the character performances. That's really helped us to bring our story to life. And as a little taste of what's in store, we've got a cinematic to show, which shows a key moment in Enzo's story.
Peggy 18.
Ну и говнище, кусок дерьма! Вы посмотрите на это, ну и кал! Вы видите это? Нет, вы видите это? Я вам покажу! Вот это, посмотрите, какое говно!
All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It's a way of life, a brotherhood.
You're here because of your deeds and the assertions of those who stand at your side.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman, they must not know about our thing.
It is binding. It is not forgiving. To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Yes, I do.
Then, before the eyes
Привет, геймеры!
of all here
Сегодня
present,
мы будем доиграть в игру.
join me.
Да, я буду проходить мафию, конечно. Мне интересно смотреть будет на всю эту красоту.
To become a man of honor, repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint. if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo. Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto.
Salute.
Salute.
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia: The Old Country lands on August 8th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Next on our docket is a developer presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this is a time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies across 3 distinct timelines.
Задерживайтесь. И вы это...
Hey, what's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
The true power of the spark!
It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys over 3 timelines. Present day, the Viking Age, and the Aztec civilization. All at the same time. You got it, right?
Ancestor, I need you.
And it's not just for show. You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask. Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why does this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risky roll with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
The hell are you?
And now we're making that game with the blood, sweat, and spark, Tenet of the Spark. You got it, right?
I got a little mini-me. Look, psh, psh, psh. Watch the hook, watch the hook.
We're not dropping the release date yet because we want to do it right. But we can say it's coming to both PC and consoles. Follow and wishlist Tenet of the Spark on Steam. And go look at your family album. Maybe your grandpa was a badass like mine. You never know.
Thank you to Roar Games for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, so pop it on your wish lists. All right, what have you got for us, Laura?
A first look at gameplay for Cresol, Feeder of Idols. This is a first-person horror shooter for fans of Bioshock and Resident Evil. You fight creepy statues on a tormented island and use blood as your ammunition.
I'm gonna pre-order it right now.
Almighty Son, guide my path in this hour of darkness. As the shadows of the abyss close in.
Все? Я тебя повсюду ищу. Тебе просили кое-что передать. Лично в руку.
Я сейчас представил, что этот дед это юзя через 40 лет. Да, неудивительно, что его роскошная шевелюра убежала.
Я сейчас представил, что где-то ты юзал через 40 лет. Жесть, ты, конечно, представил.
So my soul may ascend to you. Consumed in your flames for all eternity, now and forever. Cresol.
Holy moly, that looks good.
You're telling me.
Holy moly.
Cresol Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year, and your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Well, how do you want to do this?
Okay, I'm thinking we both look into that camera right there, and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay because that last trailer is really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy, and we've done a good job, I think. So, does that work?
You know, sounds perfect to me. Please enjoy our final world premiere.
Ooh, I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Welcome, sisters, daughters of Hortus, to these blessed halls of Porthbarrow. You have been chosen, honored to the parish, to serve the will of Mother. So come, step forward. Let us see what flowers she's given us. Such radiant blooms. So full of promise. Now, I must confess a change in plans. You shan't be entering the garden today. Take heart, faithful ones. The garden must still be tended. And tonight, you will be sown!
Ритуал. Тайц.
No, hold on.
Жень,
I've
не
got something
знаю.
to show you.
Терпит. Терпит? Да не терпит. Ну, скорее всего, терпит.
Ah, I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
That was your first look at Ritual Tides, a terrifying odyssey where you tango with Lovecraftian terrors. Wishlist it now because it's coming soon to PC.
We'll have the full gameplay revealed during the next future game show in August, so mark your calendars for that. However, that does mean we've reached the very end of this year's summer showcase.
Don't go anywhere though, because FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this, with even more exclusive trailers, developer deep dives, and world premieres.
We'd like to thank everybody who has tuned into the summer showcase, as well as the dream-weaving developers who put their all into those amazing trailers we debuted today.
And remember, you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page to wishlist your favorite games from today's show. We'll also have follow-up content on GamesRadar.com and the FGS YouTube channel.
I'm Matt Mercer.
And I'm Laura Bailey. And this has been the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025.
Слушайте, ну честно сказать, это шоу никогда не было каким-то титульным, да, и интересным. Пару проектов показали, а так в целом просто посидели, порофлили и все. И забыли. Завтра все наши надежды направлены на завтрашний день. Завтра Xbox и ПК Гейминг Шоу. Ну где-то там должны показать хоть одну игру. ТСыч какой-нибудь, да, 6. Знаете, типа, если они опять покажут там 6-секундный ролик по ТС-6, да мне этого будет достаточно. Я не привередливый. Пусть так. Ну да. 6 секунд. Ну 10. Давайте. Почему нет? А Мафия чё, кал? Ну, чуваки, Мафию уже давно показали. Ну, типа, это ничто. Я говорю про новые игрушки. Мафия уже скоро выйдет. Чё, типа, от нее ожидать еще? Чекай клип. Так, что за клип? Ну, спасибо, блин, этому шоу игровому прекрасному. Очень интересно. Персонажи. Даже не знаю, можно ли читать или нет. Скажи вслух. Да там написано на французском. Я сам французский не понимаю, как читать. Язык сложный.